You know something, brother? Let me tell you, brother. What's gonna happen when I play wrestling video games? That's right. You are gonna watch, I'm gonna play, and we're gonna get everyone in the entire world watching me play wrestling games. Ah! Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Ryan Moore. This is the Game or Die channel, and man, let's relax a little bit with some wrestling games. What's better on a Sunday night than playing some good old-fashioned classic wrestling games? Now, I don't know where the night's going to take us, but we're going to start off with some of my favorites. Some of the classic Nintendo 64, AKI, or Aki wrestling games. Nintendo 64 had, like 4 really good wrestling games from that era. There was a couple others, but I did not like the Acclaim series as much. But let's get started. Let's play some video games, shall we? What's up? Welcome in, Bob Sticky. Hopefully you're doing well tonight on this nice classic Sunday evening. I don't know why I keep saying classic. Nice, wonderful Sunday evening. Now, to start off, I thought we would go with a little WCW versus NWO World Tour, the one that started it all. Good, awesome. I'm glad you had a relaxing weekend. Awesome, man. So here we go. I don't know why I take... Oh no. What happened here? What's going on? Wait for it. There we go. I'm getting some... Hold on. Hold on. This is what happens sometimes. Give me 1 second. The audio is kind of being weird here. Give me 1 second. Let's go back. Oh crap. I didn't see the... Oh, dude, what is going on? Hold on. Switch desktop mode. That's really what I want, as long as this loads up. But yeah, it's been a really good evening. A long weekend, though. It felt very, very long. Oh my gosh. Mostly because I've just been kind of getting ready for the move. Like our family's just getting ready for that stuff, and it's taken a toll on me, just not mentally but just physically starting to take a toll, where I'm just getting real tired of it all. All right, here we go. There we go. Right, we're all good. Yeah, but you know, it's not a bad thing. It's all good, and I'm just ready to go at this point. So we're gonna watch this classic... There we go again. That's my word for the day. This really good intro. And DDP looks like he's fat for whatever reason too in this game. I don't know why. Scorpion Death Drop, Choke Slam. Ah, this is so good. These games are awesome. So let's do WCW versus NWO. Select a 5-wrestler team for head-to-head elimination matches. Who do I want to be controlled by the... I want to be NWO. So 5 versus 5. So WCW is going to have... William Regal. Okay, so we got to go through the roster first. At the top, we have Lex Luger, the Total Package, or the Narcissist, as he was known in WWF. Then we got Sting, the Giant, or also known as Paul White / Big Show. Scott Steiner, or Big Papa Pump, as he was known later on. Then Rick Steiner, the Dogface Gremlin. And then, woo, Nature Boy Ric Flair. I cannot do that woo right now. Ultimo Dragon. He was the one that I was thinking of the other night when we were playing Wreckfest. I could not think of Ultimo Dragon. Dean Malenko, the Man of 1,000 Holds. Then we got Eddie Guerrero. Rey Mysterio Jr. And it was funny, my wife, I was talking to her earlier today about how we were talking about wrestling games and stuff. And she was like, oh, what was the game with Rey Mysterio in it? I said, he was kind of in all of them. And she's like, well, the first one, what was that? And I said, World Tour. And she's like, yeah. And I said, and he had his Spider-Man mask. Then we got Chris Benoit, unfortunately, very, very controversial figure even now today. But back then, before he killed his family and committed suicide, dude could wrestle. He was an insanely talented wrestler. And then we got William Regal, or Steven Regal, as he was known in WCW. And these are the wrestlers that we pick for our team. So I'm going to say we start off small with William Regal. I think it goes in ascending order, or maybe, well, let's try it. Then I say Rey Mysterio. And then, let's see, the Giant, Ric Flair, and then Sting. And now I get to pick my NWO roster. So we got Hollywood, Hulk Hogan, which I love that you can change the outfits too. You got his classic WWF version as well, the red and yellow. Fake Sting. Buff the Stuff Bagwell. Eric Bischoff, which I know, like, NWO was actually pretty small back then, but having Bischoff in the wrestling role was kind of weird even in this game. Then you got Scott Norton, who was only in the NWO for a while. He was more popular in Japan, which was really interesting. Learning about, him going to Japan, he just made a ton of money in Japan wrestling. Then my personal favorite, Big Sexy Kevin Nash. Scott Hall, the other part of the Outsiders team, and then X-Pac, are known as Six in WCW. So again, starting off small, we'll go Six, and then Buff the Stuff Bagwell, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and then Mr. Hollywood Hulk Hogan. There we go. Match order. Oh, so it's, yeah. Match order. There we go. So no time limits, arena is random, pin, submission, TKO, rope break, ring out 10, let's do 10 count. Quick match, a more realistic, quicker match. You know what? Might as well, to kind of keep the pace moving for tonight. Let's do that. All right. William Regal versus X-Pac. Man. When this game first came out, I rented it from either Blockbuster, or what we had was the Warehouse. And I remember just renting this like 10 times in a row, like for several weekends. And the music is not fantastic, or not what you would think for a wrestling game. But it's actually really good music too, which I love. And I could beat up some people in this game, man. I used to just play this non-stop. Oh, that was a bad move. Regal, what are you doing? We got to get back in. Come on. Why can't I move in? There we go. Oh, that's right. They didn't add that until, add the running animation until, or not the animation, running into the ring until WCW versus NWO Revenge. You can see I'm not well versed with Six. It was never a character I really cared about. I was never a big X-Pac fan, but yeah, he's still okay. Part of the clique, you know. I love these games. They don't make them like they used to. And it was a bummer too, because they basically had this game engine like totally locked down. And then instead of making new modern versions for Xbox 360, they went, or Xbox and 360, they went and made the Def Jam games. And those were really, really, really big for the people who like rap. Like, it was just insane. They were super into it. But I never was, because I was never a rap fan. So, like, I didn't care about beating up people as Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. But it used the wrestling engine that we all knew and loved, and it was kind of a bummer, because it was just like, aw, man. Come on. And it was such a bummer to see Def Jam get the engine and all that other stuff, and I was like, oh man. Here we go. Yeah, he's got some good moves in here. He's a much more high-flying wrestler. All right, we got our special. Oh, we'll just pin. There we go. He's got a kip up, and here's our... Oh, right. That's not what we want to do. Come on, I'm going to waste my special. Is the control... No. No! He wasted my special because I did the wrong move. So these games use the D-pad on the Nintendo 64 controller, which most games did not. Most games utilize the control stick. And the only thing that the control stick did for this game, or this series of games, was the special move. So when you build up your special, then you can use the control stick, and you just tap it. You push it in any direction, and you'll utilize the special. And what's really funny too is there's basically a quick, easy cheat. If you use the control stick while you are being pinned, you'll basically break it. You'll break it completely. What's up, Teddy? Welcome in, buddy. How are you doing this fine Sunday evening? There we go. Yeah, you want to get him right into the center ring. I haven't played this in months, and even then, a few months ago when I just randomly played this game, I played it for like 15 minutes, and I was like, oh wow, I totally forgot how to play these games. It's been years. I was always a WCW fan myself. Oh, got a rope break, man. I like how this was supposed to be a realistic match and is going on way longer than a match like this would go. We would definitely be done by now. Come on. Like I said, I was, oh man, I was never a big fan of X-Pac, so I never really played him in this game. Man, we got to get through all the other ones. We got to finish this match.
3.
Oh, you never played? So the WWF games were like, they moved on. So they started off with the WCW games, and then they moved on to the WWF games. So they continually compounded and built up each game. So No Mercy is kind of technically the best game out of all of them. Oh, phone ordered. Okay. Oh, nah. So No Mercy is basically like the actual best one because it has the most mechanics and it has all the bells and whistles. But I always prefer WCW over WWF, even though it had some good characters like Triple H and Stone Cold. And I mean, they had a lot of weird characters in the Attitude Era too. You got the Godfather and Val Venus and all those jokers. Oh, that's right. No, it's downstick for that.
1, 2.
Ooh, Double J, Jeff Jarrett, yes. Man, this match is going on way longer than it should. Ah. Held the rope there. Oh, counter. Don't rope break, don't rope break.
Rope.
Ah. Bulldog. Are you talking about British Bulldog? Yeah, in that era, man, like he wasn't doing well. There was a lot of those early 90s wrestlers that just started really going downhill in that time, the Attitude Era. Here we go. Come on. Yeah. Undertaker was so good. Okay, that's got to be it. Ring the bell. 3 count. We got him. Heck yes. All right. Next match. Oh, crap. I wanted to... Dude, the music in this. Music's so good. Let's turn up the music. Shoot, so I'm gonna be 6 again. I want to be buff. Man. Whatever. That's fine. Like I said, it's been a long, long time since I played these games. We'll go for a little bit, so... We got a few games to get through. We'll play a little World Tour, then Revenge, then WrestleMania 2000, and then maybe a little No Mercy at the end as well. Yeah, Undertaker was probably the one that I played the most in the WWF games. I wasn't a big Stone Cold fan, honestly. Not really a big Stone Cold fan.
1, 2, 2 count.
Realism in the options, I think that was... No, it's actually kind of a little loud. Mankind or Dude Love, dude. Yeah. I really liked Dude Love persona. I was always kind of really into the 60s and, Austin Powers-esque type of 60s stuff. But I always liked Cactus Jack because he was hardcore. Like, he was always my favorite out of all 3 personas. Until later on, then it was just like, Mankind. Like, he's so goofy and weird. You're beating your brother, yeah. I didn't have a brother growing up, unfortunately, so I had to rely on my best friend to play these games with. And oh my gosh, dude, my friend at the time, man, my best friend, he was really good at these games. So I always had a real hard time beating him. And we always had the rule of don't use the control stick cheat. When you pin and you tap the control stick, you can just basically break a pin. And so we were usually pretty good about not doing that. Yeah. Dude, these games could be played all night, every night. It was so much fun. Hold on a second. No. Yeah, Cactus Jack was the hardcore version until like Mankind did the Hell in a Cell match and then became a legend. Okay, there we go. Let's pick him up. You know, I'm not utilizing the holds as much. I don't know his moveset very well. I kind of want to just lose just so that I can swap out. Who's it, Buff? I think I picked Buff as my next character. Oh, wow, okay. I was both. I just liked wrestling, but I did prefer WCW. WCW was always my favorite. Oh yeah, are you talking about Mankind's stories that he would tell? Yes. Yeah, he's great with all of his stuff. I like how we both have special. Yeah, Mick Foley's the man, dude. Okay, come on, Ray. Pin me. Okay. We'll see if it works. Fair enough. Fair enough. Music's a little loud in my headphones, so I'm going to... Nope. Let's back out. Let's go back to the audio settings. Let's turn that back down. There we go. Yeah. I'm Buff, I'm the stuff, and you just can't get enough. Oh, in Portland, okay. Yeah, I don't remember Buff's moveset either. I love Buff Bagwell. I don't know why. I just always loved how goofy he was. Yes, the American males. That's right.
1, 2.
Hey, Skoda Big, how's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, he was. The American males, man. Man, what did I hear the other day that just kind of, I don't know if I actually knew it or not. There was a wrestler that I was like, I didn't know that that was that person. It was the same thing that I had happen with the JBL and Bradshaw. It was like, oh, I didn't know that was the same person for a long time. I can't remember who it was. Oh, I went to the wrong one.
7, 8.
Here we go. No, it wasn't a movie or anything like that. It was a wrestler who was in WWF who went to WCW, and it was it looked like a totally different version of that character. Or he wrestled under a different name, and I went, huh, I don't know if I knew that or not.
1,
Oh, it was Brutus the Barber Beefcake. He was in WWF as Brutus the Barber Beefcake, and I couldn't remember who he was in WCW, and I went, oh, that's right. Oh, you never watched wrestling, man? Dude, in the 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, it was huge. Yeah. Oh, Vince McMahon is an insane person. But, you know, he built a billion-dollar empire. Oh, did I just TKO him? Oh. Yeah, roll up, roll up.
1, 2, 3. 3 count fall.
Nice. Good old Buff Bagwell. All right. Okay. Buff Bagwell versus the Giant. Does Dad do nothing? Yeah. Yeah, good old Vince Sr. Oh, dude, I heard, what was it, yesterday? It was weird. Like, we started talking about wrestling on Saturday, or Friday night. Was it Friday night or last night? No, Wreckfest was on Friday night. We were talking about wrestling, and then the next day I saw that Shane McMahon is going to go to AEW and wrestle because he can't wrestle. They won't let him in WWF, which is insane. And then he's wrestling under a completely different name, like Shane Brandon or something like that, instead of Shane McMahon. And I went, that's so weird. Like, everything about what I read is super weird. Yeah, he's going to AEW. Yes, because Buff Bagwell could totally do that move to Big Show. This is where the game didn't really make a whole lot of sense, when you would have these just crazy huge matches and it would be like, there's no way this person would be able to lift this person or whatever. Suspension of disbelief. Although I will say Big Show was much leaner back then in WCW. Like, he was a very young, lean dude. And he was much more agile too. Was that, oh man, maybe we should play that. I haven't played Royal Rumble on the Dreamcast in years, since it came out. Oh, nice. Hey, what's up, Dan? How did you meet Toa? Is he at an event or something, or did you go see some wrestling? That's awesome. Here, let's, nope. Come on, come on, come on. He's wise to me. He's wise to me. Yeah! Oh, that's rad. That is super cool. My wife asked me the other day, I think it was a couple weeks ago actually. She said, hey, there's some random wrestling event. There's some wrestling promotion in Tennessee. Do you want to go see it? And like, we're trying to keep our wallets tight for moving and all that stuff. I'm like, I would love to, but I think it wouldn't be wise to do it right now, but that sounds super fun. I haven't been to a wrestling event since WrestleMania 2015. That was the last time I saw wrestling. Yeah, the sports, man, I'm not a big sports guy, but I'll watch some stuff depending on what it is.
1.
Depending on what it is, I can watch a little bit of sports. 27 years experience of writing. Wow. I used to do wrestling forums back in the late 90s, early 2000s, but once I stopped wrestling or watching wrestling in the early 2000s, I never went back. Like, I never went back to those forums after I came back and started watching again. I can't even remember exactly why I stopped watching in the first place. It was right after the buyout. And I think I was just so bummed because I really, really liked WCW and it was just going so downhill. And then the buyout happened. And then they didn't immediately utilize a lot of the people. Oh, I can imagine. Oh, you moved to San Francisco for for WrestleMania 2015? Did you go? Were we at the same event? That was so much fun, man. That new stadium, it was rad. It was really fun. That was so much fun. It was a hot, hot day, but it was so worth it. Oh, I could have pinned him right there. That was my... He's going to kick out. Oh, no. Wow. Okay. I thought he was going to kick out. Yeah, the buyout kind of... They didn't... Let me suck. They just didn't utilize the people right away the way that I thought they were going to. And I was just like, I'm out. I've got other stuff to watch. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, Sting just retired, what, earlier this year? That's crazy. Like, good for him, man. He deserves it. It's crazy, too, because that whole WrestleMania 2015 incident, like, I think everyone thought, and I think he was even going to say, like, I'm just kind of done. All right, we got Fat Boy Ric Flair here. They did some of these characters dirty on these. That does not look like Ric Flair at all. It wasn't the 49ers stadium. It was a newly built stadium right outside of San Francisco. But maybe it was the 49ers stadium afterwards. I can't remember. It was a brand new stadium. It was like the first event held there too. Nice. Yeah, dude, that was a super fun WrestleMania. That was a super fun WrestleMania. I've been to 2 in my life. I went to WrestleMania 2003 in Seattle, and then WrestleMania 2015, which was what, 31, 32, in San Francisco. Those are the 2 WrestleManias that I've been to, and they were both fantastic. The 2003 one was, and I told this the other night, the 2003 one I went to because my friend who was still watching wrestling at the time was like, dude, do you want to go do a road trip and see WrestleMania? And I said, sure. And oh my gosh, it was so much fun. But I didn't know who half of the people were because I stopped watching wrestling. And so like Brock Lesnar, I had no idea who he was. And there was a bunch of other people where I'm just like, who are these nerds? But it ended up being a really good card, which was awesome. No Mercy 2019. Oh, at the Staples Center. Okay, yeah. There was a few where I was like, oh, that would kind of be fun. But in 2019, that's kind of when I stopped watching. I think it was 2018, 2019 again. And so I was just like, I could watch this, but I wasn't really into it. It was the whole Roman Reigns thing. Like, honestly, that was like one of the biggest reasons why I stopped watching again, is Roman Reigns. I was just like, dude, I'm done with this. I don't care about him or anything he's doing. I forgot about all the taunts. That's right. Yeah, I think I checked into Piper versus Funk, man. That's, dude. Rest in peace, Terry Funk and Roddy Piper. I mean, it's so sad when a wrestler dies too, because they're part of our childhood, you know? And they were really, really cool too. Like just really good wrestlers. Great entertainers. El Generico? Who's El Generico? I don't know if I know who that is. Yeah, the reason I stopped watching back in 2019 was Roman Reigns, and I was just like, and NXT seemed like they were just going back and forth on characters. Like, you would have these big blowouts of characters. They would go up to the main roster, and then a couple weeks later, they would be back in NXT, and it was just like, wait, what? It just didn't make sense to me. It seemed like the whole company was totally divided on what to do with a lot of people. Ah, rope break. Oh, man. Come on, Buff.
1, 2, 3.
Ah,
3 count fall.
that's fine. That's fine. All right. Who do we got next? Scott Hall. All right. He-Man, Star Wars, G.I. Joe. Yep. Same here. I was a little bit younger. For like He-Man. But Star Wars, G.I. Joe, I love G.I. Joe, man. Last year, I read all the Real American Hero comics by Larry Hama. And those are some of the best comics I've ever read in my entire life. That dude knows. Wow, Flair just immediately gave up. Look at that. What happened? Huh. I was never a Hogan fan until he turned heel in NWO. When he turned Hollywood, I was like, all right, I like him. I like his character. He was just always so arrogant, like such a great fun watch. All right, Sting versus Scott Hall. Hey, yo. Survey time. I loved when Scott Hall came out. The Donald Stretch of Doom, yeah. That was like an instant give up. I loved Bash at the Beach. That was like one of my favorite venues that they ever did. Scorpion Deathlock? Yeah, dude, the Jimi Hendrix Voodoo Child intro, so good with the spray painted belt. That's why I really loved Revenge. With Revenge, they had all the intros, and dude, man, it was so good. I'll admit that. Yeah, Bastard was better before the screw job. Yeah. I love the theming around their pay-per-views. They always had really good theming. For the most part. Sold Out was kind of a little bit lame. But I think pretty much everything else. I always loved World War III. I always thought that was just such a unique concept and really cool. The three-tiered. No, it was the 3 rings. That's what it was. It was a huge lumberjack match, right? Halloween Havoc with RoboCop. Yeah. Sting saves RoboCop, and then RoboCop comes out. And does RoboCop actually murder anyone? I can't remember. But he's in the cage and everything. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Nash won World War III. Funny story. There was this girl in my class that I had the biggest crush on, and she picked me for, like, we had a gift exchange for Christmas. Like, I went to a private school during that time, and she picked up she knew I was into wrestling, so she picked up the VHS tape of World War III for me and gave it to me. But she dropped it off at school so that I could have my Christmas present for the gift exchange. But then she dropped out and never heard from her again. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, what an awesome present. I wanted to thank her, but then I never saw her again. But I loved that VHS tape. Disposable camera. Man, dude, remember disposable cameras? Man, that was a thing, dude. I totally forgot about those. Those are just straight up lost to time, right? Like, no one develops film anymore. I mean, generally speaking. No one goes to 1 hour photos or anything like that. Yeah, they were awesome for a short while. All right, Razor's Edge. Can of Sprite, and then she moved away and never saw her again. Oh man, yeah, those moments in life, dude, they're really interesting when you get them. People make an impact on your life and you'll never see them again, but you'll always remember them. Oh, come on. Well, I mean, Sting wouldn't just give up. Sting would kick out. One, two. It's crazy how technology has totally made certain things obsolete. A Rams fan? Where are the Rams now? What city do they play in? Because I remember when the Rams were in LA. I also remember when the Raiders were in LA. I remember the Chargers were in San Diego, and I don't think any of them are there now, right? Yeah. San Francisco wants the everything money. Come on, Sting. Come on. Put up a fight. What are you going to do when the outsiders run wild on you? Yeah. Boston half crab.
Give up.
Come on, Sting. Hood Slam. Dude, I haven't heard about Hood Slam in years. I never went or anything like that. I just remember. NWO wins. Oh, Rams and Chargers are in LA? Super weird. Chargers were in San Diego's 2 hours away. Like, why move the team 2 hours away? That makes no sense. And then Vegas has the Raiders. Okay. All right. Well, that was WCW versus NWO World Tour. Let's play a little bit of Revenge, which I think this is one of my favorite intros for any video game. This intro for Revenge, I've watched, at least 1,000 times. Every time I booted this game up, I would be just, my jaw would be on the floor with this intro. Back then, I loved this intro. There was also a Nintendo Power that premiered the kind of play of it, and like they did a preview event for it. Oh my gosh, I could not stop reading that article, and how they had the referee, but it's like just a cartoon, you know, drawing of the referee and stuff. I thought that was going to be like the coolest thing. Oh, I love this game so much. This is a special game in my heart. "100% pure. Atlanta, Georgia, 1998. The trucker." Oh, I want to hear Raven talk about about the cover of this game. Oh, we'll talk about Raven in a moment. The weird trails on the truck. I never understood the weird trails. It just made it look like, why? The Hogan tombstone, flaming tombstone. And Sting tombstone.
What?
Oh, dude, this music. Let's crank this up. The Disco Inferno and Alex Wright. The Dancing Fools. Oh, La Parka. Das Wunderkind, Alex Wright. Yeah, that dance is the best. Dude, nothing could compare to WCW at this time. It's why they won the ratings for so long. This was so hot. It was on fire, you could say. Weird drawings, but so good. Oh man, so good. All right. Let's go for a championship. We got US Heavyweight, Cruiserweight, Tag Team, World, and TV. Who's that, Canyon? I feel like that's Chris Canyon for a TV title. And Roddy Piper for World Heavyweight. I mean, we might as well go for World Heavyweight, right? We'll start with Monday Nitro, and like we got to go through the roster. So we got Hollywood Hulk Hogan, the Giant, who like right after this went to WWF, I believe. Big Brian Adams, Scott Hall, Scott Norton. Again, another wrestler that just kind of disappeared and went to, was it WWF? Buff the Stuff Bagwell, Bischoff, Big Papa Pump, sporting his totally different look. And then Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, man. Oh, I miss Kurt Hennig. We got Nash, Big Sexy, Sting, Wolfpack Sting, Black and White Sting, Surfer Sting, and then Sting with the Crow Sting with the coat. Luger, the total package, Macho Man. Oh man, Macho. I miss Macho Man. Steiner math. You got 133 thirds in a percent chance to beat me. Dude, I wish I could do that promo. I think that would be super fun to memorize the promo completely. And then, Odale, la vida raza, Conan. I was never a big fan of Conan, but oh my gosh. Okay, we'll talk about it in a second. So, Raven's Flock. I love the fact that they had Raven's Flock. I was always a big fan of Raven. I don't know why. And then it was funny because by the time this game came out, the Flock was totally disassembled. And Lodi was gone, Riggs was gone, Sick Boy was gone, Reese, I think, was gone also at the time. And so basically out of the Raven's Flock, Raven was still wrestling, and then Billy Kidman. And that was pretty much it. And I think Kidman was underutilized his entire career. I loved Kidman. And we got DDP, who looks a lot better in this game. He doesn't look like a big fatso. Then we got Goldberg, of course. Bret Hart, which was just terribly utilized. Poor Bret Hart, man. Like, he went there after the screw job, and they just did not know what to do with him. And we got the Crippler, Chris Benoit, Rick Steiner, which I think it was after the whole, like, Halloween Havoc Chucky thing. He just kind of went away. Like, you didn't really hear from Rick Steiner. Big Papa Pump was kind of the big guy. Fit Finley, which I was never a fan of. I don't know why I was never a fan of. I just didn't like him at the time. I was a lot younger too. I was in high school at this point. Booker T is Stevie Ray is not in this game, right? I can't remember if he is or not. Perry Saturn. And then we got Disco Inferno, which I loved both Disco Inferno and Alex Wright. And I loved when Disco Inferno did the fake, what was it? The fake music video making fun of Conan's music video. Oh my gosh, that was great. Jim the Anvil Neidhart, British Bulldog, which was also, like, I don't know what happened with both Neidhart, British Bulldog, and the Bret Hart in WCW. They just basically, like, just trashed them. They never utilized him well. Glacier and Meng, man. I don't know why I wasn't a fan of him either. And then Van Hammer. Van Hammer was also part of the Flock, I believe, and then got out, right? Yuji Nagata. Larry Zbyszko, even though he wasn't really wrestling at the time. At that point, he was already on commentating. The Barbarian. Okay, so they do have Stevie Ray. Okay, that's right. They do have Stevie Ray. He's just way back here. And then good old La Parka, man. La Parka, I think he still wrestles, too. Dude, this thing goes on and on and on. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, Mike Awesome being a weird gigolo. That's right. Chris Jericho, dude, he blew up like nothing. I did not understand how he got so popular, but he deserved it. I loved Chris Jericho when he was in WCW. When he went to WWF and was Y2J, I wasn't as into it. I think his WCW whiny goofball persona was much more fun in WCW. Good old Eddie Guerrero, Psychosis, Rey Mysterio, sporting his Spider-Man look still. Dean Malenko, the man of 1,000 holds again. Juventud Guerrera, man, I loved Juvi Juice. He was really, really good. Ultimo Dragon, and then Chavo. Loved Chavo. Again, WCW had this way of making the wrestlers allow themselves to be goofy in a way that didn't feel forced. Chavo was one of them. Alex Wright was another one, where they were just like that dance, dude. Who can replicate that dance and get away with it? No one, except for Alex Das Wunderkind Wright. And then we got all the weird ones: Aki Man, Shogun, Executioner, Dr. Frank, Jekyll, MIB, Mayan Inca Boy, Hakana, Kimchi, Dake Ken, Rakowski, Ming Chi, and Hanzomon. There we go. Yeah, the Executioner. Okay, well, we're obviously gonna be Macho. No, hold. Nope, I guess. Okay, yeah. So which one do we want? Wolfpack Macho, Madness Macho, Weird Orange Macho, or nope. I think we're gonna go with Black and Red, Wolfpack Macho. All right, let's do it. Here we go. Tony the Tiger, Macho Man. Yeah. I love when you do the taunt in the ring, they actually use the voice clip of him going, "Ooh, yeah." I love that. I love that. Versus Stevie Ray. All right. That's such a weird taunt, too. Some of the taunts in this are awkward. I don't know what that is. I don't balancing the scales. There's a referee. That referee, man, I was severely disappointed with how they made that referee in this game, but I still thought it was cool. So there is an updated version of this, which we're gonna play at some point. I was gonna try and so I only decided to do wrestling games because my wife suggested it 30 minutes before before I went live, because I've been trying to think of what to stream tonight, and I just could not make up my mind. My wife was like, "You were talking about wrestling the other night. Why don't you do some wrestling games?" And I went, "Oh, that's a great idea." But there's this updated version of this engine with a mod, and I played a little bit of it like a year or so ago on stream, but it's not working correctly, and so I gotta fix it. But we'll do another wrestling game stream with that, and it's actually really, really cool. So we'll play that at some point. I cannot believe how fun these games are, even to this day. That referee. You know, it laid groundwork, though, for everything else. So, can't bash it too much, but the way that it looks now is just so like, oh, that looks so cheap and lame. It just kind of breaks the whole illusion of everything. Oh, dude. Yeah. So, one of the times that I played this game, My best friend and I, we played this game like pretty much any time we would get together, which was like 3 times a week at least in junior high. Maybe it was junior high, I can't remember by the time. Junior high, high school. Yeah, I think it was junior high still at this point. This is 98? Yeah. We would play this game like 3 times a week at least together for hours and hours on end when we would do like sleepovers, and I would stay over at his house for the night or he'd stay over at my house for the night. We would play this until like 3 o'clock in the morning all the time. And there was this one time I was Sting. Bischoff is interfering, of course, because, you know, Bischoff would totally interfere in this match. Here we go. Ooh, yeah! Oh, come on, Macho. There we go. Setting him up. There we go. And then we got the elbow drop. So good. Ah, rope break. I got to pull him out. So I was playing as Sting, and I did a dive through the ropes. You know, like how you could dive through the ropes onto the outside if someone else was on the outside. I did that, and Sting hit, like, my friend moved out of the way. Sting hit the barricade and just straight up died. Like, glitched to where he would not get up. He glitched through the game to the point where, like, the character could not be moved, could not be messed with. And he just did that twitching thing like he died. And it was the funniest thing in the world to us. Man, I just can't keep this guy down. But yeah, that was one of the funniest things in the world at the time. Come on. Let's see how many flying elbow drops we can do. And Stevie Ray's just getting up still. I watched someone play this a few months ago, and I was like, oh, cool, awesome, I'm going to watch this. This is some guy streaming it. And man, he just was doing this weird thing where I think it was Scott Norton, and he did this glitch where he would get the special like within 5 to 10 seconds, and then he would do like 3 specials in a row, and then get a TKO or something like that. A super weird glitch thing. And I was like, that takes all the fun out of it. Oh, it takes all the fun out of it. And like, he was just doing it to get through the entire game or whatever. And I was like, I don't like playing like that. Like, even if you've got the glitches available, or maybe glitch isn't the right word, but cheat or exploit. Exploit, I think, would be the... Man, just stay down, dude. He had this exploit, and I was just like, that kind of sucks. It just takes all the fun out of it.
Oh, yeah!
Okay. One more for the road. Not the best special, but if you finish it off with a... Okay, we'll do one. Dude, Stevie Ray is just getting up. But if you do the exploits, I just think that takes all the fun out of the game, and it's kind of a bummer. Okay. Stay down. Let me pin you. Are you kidding? How is he not gone? He is invincible, man. Keeps getting up after like, look at that. I can't even get around him, and he just keeps getting up. Was Stevie Ray actually Booker T's brother, or was that kayfabe stuff? Because that was something I actually never really understood. If it was kayfabe or if it was his real life brother. I feel like it was his real life brother, right? Stevie Ray Goldberg. Pin him. There it is. Oh, legit related? Okay, cool. Yeah. I feel like I remember like learning later on that it was his real brother or whatever, but it was something that I couldn't remember if I knew that or not. Hey, what's up, Vinny? I've been doing great, man. How are you? Welcome in. Hope all is well. How's life treating you? All right, we got Big Papa Pump. Love that he did that kiss thing. Crazy, crazy dude. That weird muscle thing was so weird. And then when he had the chainmail, he started wearing the chainmail head, or a headpiece. All right, Scott Steiner. Where's my freaks at? Holler if you hear me. Man, wrestling just had so many good one-liners and catchphrases. Like this whole era just was like built on one-liners and catchphrases. Back to work? Nice. I mean, nice in the way that, hey, you're making some money. But I bet that week off was really nice, right? That vacation? Was it a vacation or a staycation? Dan, thank you so much for hanging out. Sorry, I just saw that message. Hope you have a good one, buddy. Take care and God bless, and thanks for hanging out for a little bit. It's been fun talking wrestling with you. You have a good night, too. Yeah, he got wise to my turnbuckle shenanigans. You know, let's go outside for a little bit. Is this a DQ match? I can't remember what the rules are. There we go. There's the run into the ring. That's what we were missing in World Tour. Nice, okay. Stay home, get some stuff done, relax a little bit. That's awesome. Nothing too exciting. Hey, you know, it doesn't all need to be exciting. That's the nice thing is sometimes you just need that little extra time to yourself to kind of just relax and not really do anything. That's kind of how I felt, was it this weekend? Except for, man, we got home so late last night. After the stream, I had to go pick up my wife at the airport. We didn't get home until after 5 a.m. Man, that was a long night, dude. The Rock Band stream and then rocking out until like 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and then having to take a shower, drive to the airport. It was a lot, but it was fun. And I'm glad my wife's finally home. She's been gone for like a week and a half. She came home. I tried to stream. I don't think she'll watch this. I tried to stream or clean last night. And so before the stream, I cleaned the house and, you know, did everything. She woke up this morning after she got home. She woke up and I woke up. I went out to the kitchen, said good morning. And she's like, you left so much stuff for me to do. And I was like, no, I didn't. I cleaned everything. She's like, you did not clean that much. I thought I cleaned it. Oh, well. I tried my best. I really did. I did the dishes, I cleaned up, but I did not clean the cat litter boxes, unfortunately. We've got 4 cats, and that was kind of the one big thing where she was just like, you need to help me. I said, okay. I absolutely will help you with that. I just don't like doing it by myself. I cleaned up a little bit, but just, it needed to be cleaned out more. Let's just say that. I guess that's the whole thing, like, guys and girls, man. We have different definitions of clean. Yeah. Just make him tap out. Come on, Macho. Yeah, just work the legs. Work the legs. Work the neck. There is clean and then wife clean. That's absolutely true, dude. And it's why I love her, because she'll do the things that need to get done. She doesn't complain about it, which is very, very nice. I sit there and moan and whine and complain anytime I have to do that stuff, and she's a trooper, and she just does it because it needs to get done. And I'm like, well, I'll do the hard stuff. It's funny too, because she was staying with her parents after at the very tail end of her trip. Ah, dang it. So she was there for a couple days, and her sister's boyfriend was trying to mount a TV on the wall for my in-laws. And they were like, none of us know how to do this. And she's like, this is why I appreciate you, Ryan. You know how to mount a TV on the wall. None of us know how to do that. I'm like, it's not that hard. You find the studs, you drill some holes and mount it. Oh yeah, he got some color on there. Is there blood? He would have been busted wide open, but he's not bleeding. Is the blood not on this? That's a bummer. Always good when there's blood. Okay. Whatever, we'll go to this one. Can he make it? Oh! It was a bummer that Flair wasn't in this game too. That's the one thing I was really bummed about. Like, I wanted Flair to be in this because he was my favorite wrestler when World Tour came out. I loved Ric Flair. But he wasn't in Revenge, and that always bummed me out. Like, that was the one wrestling character that I always wanted to play as, and he was not in this game. Okay. He's going down. Set him up with a tombstone. Oh, come on, dude. These guys just will not go down, dude. That's a rope break. Okay, fine. Whatever. That's fine. That is absolutely okay. I always wish that the point system made more sense to me. There's no real reason for it. It doesn't do anything, but it just felt like, oh, cool, there's points, but it doesn't actually mean a darn thing in the game. All right, who got next? Lex Luger? Is that Luger? Yes, it is. Man, it's crazy how Luger looks now. But he's doing better than he was for a while. Like he was in really bad shape. I think he's doing a lot better now. But it's just crazy how I think he got paralyzed, right? Like I know he's still confined to a wheelchair. But it's just a bummer to see like these huge monsters of men just be completely different. Come on, let's make him give up pretty easily here. That other match took a while. I want to get to the world title. Just work everything, choke him out. The muscle mass definition and all that, man, dude, he did have the total package. Like his body was just insane. Right there. Oh, no, he's gonna miss it. I think, no, it's a 20 count, right? Yeah, it's a 20 count. 11. Let's see if we can get him DQ'd. Hey, Macho. Sweet. Oh, that was nice. That was good. All right, some DDP action. Bang! Dude, DDP has like single-handedly saved so many lives. It's insane. I have so much respect for DDP. It's crazy. Like, I remember watching I can't remember what it was, the resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts or something like that. It was a movie, a documentary about Jake the Snake and them showing how destructive he was and just how his life became just terrible. And then DDP came into the picture and just freaking totally changed his life around. It was so crazy to see that. Oh, man. That animation of him getting up, like right as they start, as I'm going through the air, it's always like, yes, yes. Oh, no. I would love to go to another wrestling event, but I just don't know what I would go to at this point. Oh, yeah. Jericho, man, I'm really surprised he's still going. I feel like at some point they need to do something different, like with older wrestlers, because their bodies are not built to take that type of abuse for decades. And I feel like there's a way to have the older wrestlers still do stuff. Like, I don't like Flair. Flair's like the prime example of please stop. I love Flair. I love him to death, but that dude is so like not needing to be a wrestler at this point in the ring, and he's retired how many times? Like, he's saying that he wants to do a match again, and it's just like, you've retired like 3 times. Like, please just do something different. There's got to be some way that they can make the older wrestlers have a certain job but still maintain a living wage, be in the spotlight still. Like, there's a way. There's definitely a way. But I don't need to ever see Ric Flair in a wrestling ring ever again. I don't need that. Did I not hit him again? What is going on with these characters, man? Come on, I'm almost there.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. I hate that his special move is a roll-up. I've always hated that move. I think it should be outlawed. A roll-up, just like, no one's ever gonna get pinned on a roll-up like that. It always felt really stupid and cheap and lame. Man, oh, break. I love the bell ding sound too. Getting hit in the nuts and then having that bell sound effect. It was so weird that they had DDP have the bandages around his ribs. Like, yeah, he had that for what, like a couple months? But that should not be his main attire for the entire game. Come on. Man, I loved how they started adding layers into this game where you do the titles and you get the unlocked characters. And then those unlocked characters unlock, but you also have the titles on the characters that you beat the game with. I thought that was super unique and cool. So last time I played this game, for the tag titles, I have Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. And my best friend and I actually played this game together and got that back in like 2017, I think. We did a night where he hung out at the house and we just played this game and had him and I do the tag team titles as the outsiders, because that was always our characters. My favorite wrestler was Kevin Nash and his was Scott Hall. And so in life, we were always kind of the Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. And so we won the tag titles as them, and I thought that was super fun. Come on. I wish that they would just bring back this series. Like, they need to bring back the engine, obviously an updated engine, but similar control style and scheme and feel and physics, weight to the characters. And it's insane that we've had a couple decades of attempts, but no one has replicated it. No one can replicate this type of game. Like, we have so many wrestling games and none of them are as fun to play as these, which came out in like 97 and 98. We're almost 30 years removed from this engine, and people still can't make it. I thought that was it. Come on. Get him in the... Oh, that's right. Can do this. Come on, DDP. Ooh. I don't think I've seen an AEW match though. That was one thing that I haven't watched at all is AEW at all. I haven't seen one single match. Because I always hear like a couple different types of things going on with AEW. Either it's really, really good or it's really, really bad. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think at that point. Oh, come on. There's no way. No way he's gonna beat me. I think vertical suplexes are very underutilized. They look great, and they're really impressive looking. There it is. Oh yeah. I gotta be careful with my voice. Throat was scratchy a little bit earlier tonight. And I have a long week of talking. All right, we got the giant. I'm kind of surprised the World Heavyweight title isn't on Goldberg. Like, I know, like, Roddy Piper has the title in this. It's like, be Goldberg? Yeah, Macho would just be able to tackle the giant like that. Just pick him up, throw him off the ropes. These games are so fun to play. I really want to be able to play this online with people. That would be so fun. There's got to be a way. I don't know if RetroArch would have that for Nintendo 64. I'm sure there is, because I'm pretty sure people can play Mario Kart online. Okay, come on, come on. Ah, we missed it. Work the legs. He's a big guy. You gotta work the legs. Nope. Dang it, that's not what I wanted. Come on, don't waste the special. Don't waste the special. There it is. That's what I was waiting for. All right. The turnbuckle, come on. We got him, we got him. Oh no! See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I had him dead to rights. He's in danger. I go up and he immediately just jumps off. Or jumps off, gets up. Immediately gets up. It's funny too because I love this series, and I remember I heard some of the stupidest conversation about this game where they were saying, oh, it's a wrestling game, and so wrestling is all predetermined, so you can't make this you can't make a good wrestling game because they treat this game like a sport, like an actual fighting game sport, and it's not realistic to the sport, so it's a bad sport game. And I'm like, who cares? Oh, come on. Get in there. Yeah. Make it nice and simple and easy. But yeah, I thought that was the stupidest argument against wrestling games was, well, it's predetermined in real life, and so these games should have predetermined outcomes, and you can't win against a predetermined outcome. And it's like, that would make for such a boring, stupid, dumb game. Who do we got next? Ooh, Bret Hart. All right. He does not look very good in this game. That's a bad face. That's a real bad face. Looked like he got beat with an ugly stick. And that's a bad taunt, too. Just, whoa. Not a fan. Not a fan. I'll always love Bret Hart, though. It's just a bummer he got so cynical towards the industry. I mean, he got super screwed over. Like, his entire family got super screwed over. But it's such a bummer. Because he's such a good wrestler. Ah, dang it. I'll always love Bret Hart. Always. And there's something to that whole aspect of technical wrestling that I think is really lost nowadays. Everything is so flashy. There's so much flash to wrestling nowadays. Like, it's one of the reasons why I think I haven't watched an AEW match lately. It's because I did hear about some of the matches, and I'm like, huh. But then I would see like little clips online or whatever. I'm just like, oh my gosh, what are they doing? A, that's super, super unbelievably dangerous. And then it's always like just very gimmicky. It feels like some of the stuff that I've watched feels like the 2000s WCW gimmick matches. And I'm just like, ooh, I don't know if I want to watch this, which is why I haven't watched or sought out to watch AEW matches. I know there's good stuff in there. I know there is, but I just feel every time I see something about AEW, it's very flashy. And like, think about like the Iron Man matches, you know, Hart versus Stone Cold Iron Man match. Like, there's a reason why it's a classic. But then you also got classic gimmicky matches like, was it Michaels versus Scott Hall, Razor Ramon ladder match? Was that SummerSlam? Like, that's a classic match, and that's a gimmick match for sure. But I think the technical aspect has been really dwindling over the years. Come on. And I'll go to bat for technical wrestling any day of the week. I love the technical aspect. Oh, your internet keeps cutting out? Oh, that's such a bummer. No worries, dude. That's okay. I hope it gets fixed. Is it a hardware issue, or is it on the internet, like the ISP end? Because I used to do IT, and so a lot of people would always ask me about, oh, my internet's cutting out. Usually, it's a hardware issue. where the person just doesn't have the proper router, where they have, you know, 10, 15 devices, smart devices like tablets and phones and computers and now TVs and things like that, all connected to a router, but they have a really cheap $50 router that can only support like 5 devices, and they have quadruple or, you know, triple or quadruple the amount of devices that it's actually designed to hold. And so I would always tell people, hey, I hate saying this, but your router is just not up to the task. That's the reason why your internet keeps dropping out, is your router just does not have the power for it. Buy a bigger router, and it always fixes the issue. Baba Sticky, man, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have an awesome rest of your night, dude. Take care. Have a great Monday. Take care. God bless. And I'll see you hopefully tomorrow night for Game of the Month stream. We'll start our Game of the Month tomorrow night, which is Star Wars Dark Forces Remastered. I'm excited to hopefully get through that game this month. It shouldn't be too bad. That should be a pretty easy game. Now that I have a better grasp on those style of games after playing Doom 1, 2, 64, Duke Nukem, I think I have a pretty good understanding of that style. It's always messing around with it. Okay. Well, hopefully the internet issues get fixed. Dude, yeah, I don't know what they've been thinking. The Asus routers, they're good hardware. I really like their hardware, but the designs are just ugly as sin. They look like spaceships, or they look like spiders, and it's just like, okay. I think you guys need to tone down the design aspect of this and just make a good product. But for the most part, the Asus routers would be what I would recommend most people get. I'm not a big fan of Netgear's Nighthawk, but I have Ubiquity or Ruckus. Those are more prosumer, where they're definitely higher end, but they're rock solid. But that's, I mean, you're getting into the, you know, $600 type routers. Yeah, they look weird, man. Especially if you have it out where people can see it. People are always questioning, what the heck am I looking at? It's where my internet is coming into. It's a showpiece, yeah. They've been really upping the whole technology as a showpiece, and I've never really understood that design aspect. Like with the Apple back in the early 2000s, like when they started going brushed aluminum, and they would always describe their products, Apple products, as sexy. And it was just like, I don't care about my computer looking sexy. I couldn't care less if it looked like a cardboard box. Let it run good. That's what I care about. The technical aspect, the performance aspect, not the design of it. Like, make it a solid piece of black metal. I don't care. I will say they do look nice for sure. That brushed metal always looked really nice, but literally the last thing I could care about with my technology is how it looks. Most of my stuff is all in a server rack anyways. No one ever sees it. And I'm like actually showing it off for the first time in the studio the studio tour video that I'm putting together. And I'm looking at it and going, no one knows what any of this stuff is. Like, except for me, because I'm the one who put it all together. But like, if I show it off, people are gonna go, what the heck am I looking at? Form over function, yeah. Yeah, I want to put it together. I'm trying not to do what I normally do, which is go way too in-depth and overthinking a video project, which is why I don't do a lot of videos right now, is I don't have the time. Unfortunately, that's really one of the biggest issues. But when I do a project, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to video stuff. And so I will sit there and overthink my decisions to the point where I get pretty fed up with the final product and I don't like it. And then I just go, I'm not going to do this. I'm not even going to release it. I'm not going to upload it because I think it looks like crap. And there's so many I probably have a hard drive of at least 30 or 40 videos that are pretty much near complete, but I've never finished or uploaded because I just didn't like the turnout of it, because I'm a perfectionist and I hate everything that I make. I never think anything is good enough that I make. I get really weird about it. Like, I have probably at least 5 ongoing projects that I've dumped hundreds of hours into and just never uploaded it. Because I always look at it, I look at it and I go, I could upload this right now. Nope, it sucks. It sucks. I don't want anyone to see this. Like, I'm always my own biggest critic. And my wife watches it and she's like, this is awesome. This is wonderful. And I'm like, no, I hate it. I'm gonna just straight up delete. There we go. The words of a true artist, yeah. I love the creative side of it too, man. It's so enjoyable to create stuff. I just hate the final outcome of it, where I don't think it's good enough. I see all the very, very minor flaws, and I'm always a perfectionist where it's like, I will get to this later. I don't have the time right now. I think this sucks, so I'm gonna come back and fix it. And then I never do because I don't have the time, and then I get really down, and it's not burnout, it's disappointment. I get disappointed with the final outcome going, this just looks like garbage. I hate everything I make. Yeah, exactly. I hate everything that I make. But what you make is always good too. Or not always, but most of the time, it's probably pretty stinking good. Yeah, Raven. I loved Raven, man. He was one of my favorites. I love when he sits in the corner. What about me? What about Raven? Nothing for your portfolio, yeah. I'm the same, dude. I am totally the same. I have all this stuff that I could utilize and put out, and like, I have an empty portfolio because never get it done. Yeah, editing is interesting. It's very interesting to see how people have made editing such an easy thing. Like, dude, video editing was such a hard, crazy thing back in the late 90s when I started. When I started doing video editing, it was like, this is like insane. And now anyone can do it. You can do it on your phone. On my personal channel, I did a dog show video where I interviewed dogs, and I did that whole video. It's like a 7-minute video, I think. Maybe 4 or 5. It might be a 4 or 5 minute video. I edited the whole thing at a dog show on my phone just to see if I could do it. And I was like, this is actually really easy. Like, that's insane. Adobe Premiere is on our phones, and we can edit video on our phones. it makes me kind of hate technology sometimes because it was so difficult to do back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and no one knew how to do it. And now like these little kids are putting out YouTube videos where they're working with Premiere and After Effects. Like I've seen tutorials on After Effects from little kids and I'm like, I hate you. Like you have no idea how difficult this was back in the 90s. Cutting up cells and gluing them. Yeah, splicing. My wife and I were watching I Love Lucy a couple days ago. Okay, right before she left, so last week. And there's this episode of I Love Lucy where they make a video, a home video, and show it off to a movie producer. And Lucy is sitting there with the reels of film, splicing everything together. And my wife was like, what is that? What is she doing? I'm like, oh, that's how editing used to be. She's like, no way, really? I'm like, yeah. Like editing was like before computers, it was all gluing strips of film together and taping them together. Like, it's so ridiculous nowadays. Okay, we need to get Bret Hart out of here. Come on, get him. Oh man, I missed my special with Raven. That's okay. We got Bret Hart out of there. I need to do submission moves more. And I think the submissions are really what's OP in this game right now. All right, Vinny, dude, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have an awesome start to your work week. I hope work is nice and easy for you, dude. Take care, God bless, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night. Have an awesome one, man. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, I look at that stuff and the editing and it's like, oh man, I hate everything that I create. I think it just sucks. And I know it doesn't, which is the worst part about it. Because I know it doesn't suck. I know I should just put it out, but I don't. And I'm trying to be better about that. So like with this studio tour video, I'll edit it this week. I already shot the footage for it. I'll edit it this week while I'm, have students testing and stuff, and hopefully I can have it out in the next couple of days and, let it be. Just let it exist. It doesn't have to be perfect. And that's for Skoda, you're editing Halo stuff. What is is it just editing a playthrough and you're clipping out clipping out the boring stuff and just going with like the hits, like a collection of good stuff? Or are you doing like a full playthrough? Like what's the editing process for you? What is your goal? Come on. Oh, 2 count. Dang it. And I want to play Halo again so bad. I was thinking about that the other night. We were talking about Halo, and I was like, I kind of really want to play Halo. Like, I never finished 4. I never played 5. I would love to do a whole Halo playthrough. Start with 1, go to 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and then OST or OSDT or whatever. Yeah, same with music with tape. Yep. The audio aspect of editing is ridiculous. Back then, for sure, too. Reel to reel, man. That is an art form. Reel to reel editing is, I mean, editing in and of itself is an art form too. I always tell people about this because they think editing is just like cut, and it's like, no, it's really not. You have to learn how to have something flow together, and that flow is really important, which is what separates good editors from bad editors. You're telling a story and you have to cut out the parts that don't make sense, that drain the flow of the storytelling. It's not just making everything fancy. Come on. There we go. Yeah. Who do we got next? Chris Benoit. All right. Good old Chris Benoit. I didn't... Dude, did he just already bleed? I hit him once in the face. I'm so bummed the blood is turned off on this. It's so weird. I thought it was turned on. Oh well. ODST, that's the name of the game, right? Halo ODST. It was so weird when that game came out. I remember I had my store at the time and people were like, there's another Halo game. And then it was like this weird offshoot and they had like a whole separate story and characters. And even the gameplay felt very, very odd and different. I could be misremembering a little bit, but I felt like it played differently than the regular Halo games. And I do remember the soundtrack actually being pretty good. It was like more jazzy from what I remember. Okay. Play level, then overdub the voice in the editor afterwards. Okay. Yeah, cut out all the deaths and things like that. Yeah, the editing, you know, does take time. Oh man, Call of Duty on Veteran, still one of my favorite achievements. Back when the 360 launched was Call of Duty 2. Finishing that on Veteran, I felt like such a beast. I was like, I am the king finishing Call of Duty 2 on Veteran. That was so much fun. Yeah, 100%. Totally art, for sure. It's crazy too, because you see these people who just, and this is why I'm so hard on myself when I edit, because I see everything that's popular nowadays and I hate it because it's all this super quick cuts and things like that, and the MTV edit, and I hate it and I don't want to do that. Like I watch 95% of YouTube videos and I hate the way it's edited. I wouldn't even say 95. I'd say 100% of every YouTube video that I see is edited like complete garbage. The fact that no one, nice, that was pretty easy. That no one can do a single take of more than 10 seconds of talking without having 17 different zoom crash cuts to close-ups and things like that. I absolutely hate that style of editing. And so when I film something, I film it in one take. I remember I did a take for a video that I never put out. Oh, this is the World Heavyweight Championship. Nice. We got Roddy Piper. Yeah. The weird trailing and ghosting effect is so weird. I did this one video where I had a whole monologue that I memorized. It was like a 3 to 5 minute monologue. And I did probably 10 to 15 takes of it. Like it took a long time to film. And I film everything by myself too. And I was like, okay, how am I gonna edit this? And there was a couple weird, awkward pauses in the takes. Every take had like some weird, awkward pause where I had to remember what I was gonna say. And I was so beating myself up about it. And then I watched, like, I went to have lunch or something. I was watching another YouTube video. And I saw this edit where it was just them doing kind of a lot of the same thing, like this kind of monologue, but it had the YouTube edit style to it where it was just, you know, pulled back shot, crash zoom into a zoomed in shot for every time that they would edit on a take, a single take. And you could tell, and it was just like, I hate this. I hate this so much. This looks like garbage. And so I told myself, nope, I'm not doing that. Even though it would be so much easier to edit that way, where you just edit out all the mistakes as a crash zoom. I will never do that. I can't stand that style of editing. Which is why I never get anything done. This is why all my videos are never published. I also do it for myself too. That's one of the things is I'm doing it for myself, but I know I can utilize those videos to either help other people or to make something fun as entertainment. I really need to, it's not dropping standards, but I really need to be more forgiving on myself, I think that's really it. It's just be more forgiving. All right, Piper. Oh, dude. Yeah, Call of Duty 4 was insanely tough. I didn't do it, but I watched my friend do the Mile High achievement. We were living together at the time in an apartment, and so he was my roommate. And I remember him starting on Friday afternoon once we got done with work. And he sat on the couch trying to do the Mile High achievement for a solid weekend, like literally the entire weekend from sunup to sunup. Once he woke up, he just started playing and trying to do the Mile High achievement. Until like late Sunday night, he finally got it. And I was just like, that's insane, dude. That was an entire weekend of your life devoted to that 1 minute of video game level or whatever it is. I think it's a minute, right? Yeah, good old Roddy Piper. I loved when he would just get unhinged. Like he just went off. And when Piper got mad, dude, it was the best. Like some of those in-ring promos where he's still, like I think like calling out Hogan and stuff like that. I think him calling out Hogan was like one of my favorite things. Also, Piper's Pit. Piper's Pit was great. Man. Come on. I know that's not going to happen. work the legs a little bit. Ah. Yeah. Work the legs again. I don't remember I keep talking about the last Call of Duty I played was World War II back in 2017. But I would love to go back and play. I don't think I ever played Call of Duty 1. I started with Call of Duty 2 on 360. And, oh, dang it. And I think the Call of Duty 2 on 360 is different than the PC version. I could be wrong, but I think it's actually different. And I would love to play that whole series. I don't know. I don't think I would play it on veteran, but I would do the just normal campaigns. I think that would be a fun time. I think that would be really fun. Especially as the series got older, like the campaigns just got shorter and shorter and shorter. I think of like Modern Warfare 3 was like a 3-hour campaign or something like that. And it's just like, dude, what? It's just insane. I really liked Modern Warfare, or World War II. I thought it was a really fun game, and it was such a bummer because they just keep going back to all the stuff that I don't care about. Black Ops never really had an interest in, especially the Modern Warfare stuff I've never had an interest in. And then the Advanced Warfare, the space stuff, I really didn't care about at all. It was such a bummer because I was like, I like shooting games. I like first-person shooters, but they're just going off on all these weird... I want historical, more slower-paced action, which is why I know the reason they don't do it, because it is slower-paced. Oh, yeah. There was so much advancement in that time. In 2007 with Modern Warfare 1, dude, that whole series would just like took off like a rocket. It was insane seeing how every year they would make a new one, and it just kept making more and more and more and more and more sales. Was he in Always Sunny? I didn't know that. What season is? Do you know what season he's in Always Sunny? Okay, that's it. That's, oh man. Come on, Piper. Let me just get the world championship. Be done. There it is. Oh, yeah. I wanted it to be the flying elbow drop, but vertical suplex from the apron to the inside of the ring, I'm okay with too. You have won the WCW World Heavyweight Championship belt with Macho Man and Randy Savage. Nice. Oh, I don't watch playthroughs. I don't watch playthroughs. I like playing the games. If I'm gonna play through a series, I play through all of them, no matter how bad they are. because I can usually always find something good with pretty much, I'm gonna temper myself here, but pretty much with every video game, there's at least some nugget of goodness in it. If it's a really crappy game, then I will drop it, but I bet you I could find something good about Call of Duty 1. Ooh, we get to put in our initials. Nice. Let me put in my initials and not screw it up this time like I did. I can't remember what I did the other night, but I accidentally hit the wrong button and I accidentally messed up my initials. Hey, there we go. We are number 5 with Macho. Sweet. Yat, Taz, E3D, and RKM. Hollywood. Oh, that's right. So that's where the point system comes in. But that's it. You've unlocked a secret character. His name is Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper. And then we got the credits. Yeah. There we go. Well, that was super fun. Okay, well, unfortunately, it is past 1 o'clock in the morning. I do have to get up for work. So, unfortunately, that's going to do it for tonight's stream, but I'll be back tomorrow night with Game of the Month. And Game of the Month for this month is Star Wars Dark Forces Remastered. And since I've been playing through Doom, Doom 2, Doom 64, Duke Nukem 64, or Duke Nukem 3D, now I have a better understanding of these styles of games, and that's going to be really fun to play through this game and kind of be able to hopefully beat it fairly quickly, since we are moving. And you can see also we're moving in the middle of August, so I won't be streaming for a few days, but my wife and I are trying to come up with an idea so that I can have something going on during the nighttime, perhaps, or I will hopefully be able to stream pretty much on the 22nd or 23rd on the day we actually move in. Just maybe do like a quick hour stream or something like that. But that is going to do it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for the evening on this just relaxing Sunday evening and hanging out and playing some video games. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care. God bless. And I'll see you tomorrow night for more video games. Until then, take care. God bless. And I'll see you then.